Hello there, my friends. Thank you for coming here to Echo Base Network. I'm the coach. So glad that you guys are here. Welcome to a new Star Wars news update where we're going to discuss the happenings of the week. Today we're going to look at this morning's episode of Andor. Episode 4 just dropped. We're going to get into that. Also, we're going to look at Tony Gilroy's warning to all Star Wars fans, and we're going to look at all things Mon Mothma. What do you guys think about this Kenari language barrier? There's been a lot of criticism about that, so we're going to look at that as well. Star Wars Skeleton Crew has leaked footage. Pretty interesting. Did you know that you can be a Star Wars action figure? That's right. And we're going to tell you how. And last but not least, a little gaming news update. We're about to get an influx of new Star Wars games. Oh yeah. So up first, my thoughts on Andor. Or Andor, depending on who you ask, of course. Episode 4 to me, the great YouTuber, YouTube sensation Matt Risman encouraged me in a conversation to watch it again because I watched it and was distracted. So I watched it again with no distractions, and I did enjoy the episode, just like I enjoyed the first 3 episodes. But it hasn't wowed me yet, and I don't think it's wowed a lot of people. There's some very good scenes, don't get me wrong. Seeing the speeder bike, seeing the TIE fighters. Diego Luna's Cassian Andor is A+ in every scene that he's in. And I am excited to see where the show goes. I feel like we're just about to get ready to get into the mission. It should be happening in the next episode, unless, of course, we get to watch a whole episode of Cassian Andor's 3 days of preparation, which could happen. All that being said, I'm excited about the show. We'll continue to watch it here and post our reviews on Patreon, so go and check that out. Nick will be getting that out for all of our Patreon members tomorrow, I believe. So anyways, guys, post in the comments, let me know what you think about Andor Episode 4. Up next, Andor showrunner Tony Gilroy gives a big warning to all Star Wars fans about this show, saying, "We literally have around 200 speaking parts in the first 12 episodes. When I figured out Season 2, I had to make about 30 phone calls to the actors that I knew were going to go forward. I had to call them up and say, hey, this is what I'm thinking. This is when you live. This is when you die. This is how many episodes you're in. I mean, the body count is high all the way through, but people live. It's a revolution. It's a very intense period of time. People are doing very dangerous things. Some people live and some people don't. How do we know who lives or dies at the end from the previous Star Wars? You wouldn't know. I mean, there's people buried in Yavin. Who knows who's there?" That kind of gets me excited. Tony Gilroy letting us know there's going to be lots of death. Kind of like Game of Thrones, maybe. It's going to be interesting. You know what else is interesting? Mon Mothma is interesting. Mon Mothma actress Genevieve O'Reilly, in an interview with Vanity Fair, had the following to say: "This woman, Mon Mothma, has been a part of this universe for so long, and with great respect to George Lucas, who created her as a female leader of the Rebel Alliance back in the early 80s. That was, I'm sure, as ambitious then as it sounds now. I have always really loved the opportunity to step into this woman's shoes. There is something in Caroline's original portrayal of her. I always go back and watch that scene just to remind me how they originated it. I think there is a pain at the center of that." I don't know about you guys, but I appreciate it when Star Wars actors pays homage to the people who laid the groundwork and did it before them. Even though the original Mon Mothma actress, Caroline Blankiston, had a very small role in Return of the Jedi, it was an outstanding performance, and it's great. It's heartwarming to see Genevieve O'Reilly paying homage to her. And what is the deal with the Kenari language? In episodes 2 and 3, they're on Kenari. All the people, Cassian Andor, they're speaking their Kenari language. We don't know what they're saying. You turn the subtitles on, you still don't know what they're saying because it's like native language in parentheses. You don't know. They don't want us to know. And a lot of people had a really big problem with that. My partner here at the channel, Nick, did not like that because even if you go back to like Greedo, you know what he's saying because they put it in subtitles. There's been very few times. However, one of the main Star Wars actors of all time, Peter Mayhew's Chewbacca, we never knew what he was saying. We never knew what R2-D2 was saying. So that is a valid point. I definitely think that they did this on on purpose. I think that the showrunners are wanting to show the Kenari people as being somehow vulnerable. The Empire's going to come in, they're going to have this mass disaster, and we're going to see what happens. But I think that is, in fact, what is going on here. What do you guys think? Does it frustrate you? Do you wish you knew what they were saying? Maybe we will later. Major props to Bespin Bulletin for this leaked footage of Star Wars Skeleton Crew, supposedly a speeder bike. Here we go. Oh, is that a kid? We know kids are going to be in it. Sure. Ah. Get a little more action here. Oh, is it the same thing? Let's see if it's the same thing. Oh, skirt. Ah. Oh, not the same thing. All right. Well, that's interesting. Did you know that you can be a Star Wars action figure? Oh, yeah. With appropriate dimensions, of course. Hasbro is releasing the Selfie Series, a collection of action figures that have your face 3D printed onto them. They will launch on September 30th at the cost of $80, folks. Hey, that's a small price to pay to have your very own Star Wars action figure. Look at that dude's ugly mug. He's going to be an action figure? That is exactly right. Check him out, y'all. Rebel pilot, bald-headed dude. Yeah. The 6-inch model cost $80 and is currently only available in the US, so it is definitely a niche product. This is not a little gift, but something to buy a fan of which model you're going to go for. No word if they plan to extend this series to other countries just yet, but we imagine it will depend on the success of this first run, and all of that can be found over at CNET. Well, ladies and gentlemen, how about a little cheaper Star Wars toys news? Yeah. Star Wars The Black Series Holiday Special 2022 coming right up. And then there's the Christmas tree, Christmas colors Biker Scout. That's pretty dope right there. I'm not even going to lie. Baby Grogu in the bag. That's dope. A little C-3PO action, I think. Can't tell if that's 3PO or not, but I would think it is. Okay. Oh, gosh. No, I hate those things. What are they called? Porgs or something like that? They look like that Junkman to me, but yeah, whatever. Last bit of news here with a little bit of gaming news. Star Wars is betting big on the gaming industry. They plan to release a new Star Wars video game every 6 months moving forward. You guys do know that LucasArts is on a return. They're coming back. And they don't call it LucasArts anymore. It's Lucasfilm Gaming. But they are on the cusp of a major comeback. Now, they're not developing this stuff in-house. They're outsourcing it, but they're kind of managing all of the projects. Going to be really interesting to see what Star Wars games we're going to be getting. 2 a year? Yes, please. Give me some Star Wars games. Well, guys, that's going to do it for us. Thank you so much for coming to Echo Base Network, where we report on all things Star Wars all the time. As we always say here, you are Echo Base Network. May the Force be with you. I'm Coach for Nick. We'll see you guys on the next one.
From this time forward, you will service